Well, now we're going to go to Ottawa with the host of Byline, Brian Lilley, who joins us over the phone as well. Brian.
Just an incredible verdict, and my hat off to you, as Ezra just mentioned. Great reporting, including live reporting. I was glued to my TV watching yourself and Joe talk about this and bring us the news, bring us the comments of the Crown prosecutor, the live shot of the Shafia family being taken out of the courthouse and put into the back of the van to be driven off to their new home in whichever prisons they end up in. So this is a good day for justice. I did hear on one of our competitors, as they were talking about this, a discussion saying that we would not have been paying as much attention to this if we weren't calling it an honor killing. And while I will agree that that term honor killing makes me uncomfortable, Alex, I have to say that I think was key to helping get this conviction, because how else do you explain a mother, father, and a brother wiping out 4 members of their family other than saying this is their twisted version of honor and we must condemn it, and condemn it they did.
I keep going back to this, Brian, because it's just so despicable to me. A diseased limb that had to be hacked off to save the honor of the family. Who uses language like that? It's just haunting.
Well, it was obvious that those in the court did not buy the claims from the defense lawyers and saying, look, this is just how he spoke while he was distraught. I think they even brought in expert witnesses to say, well, you can't take this to mean he would really do it or that he really did it. This is just the way that distraught men speak in Afghanistan. And obviously, the judge and jury said, no, we're actually going to take him at his face value in the despicable words that you heard. And, you know, just again, back to this idea that we wouldn't have paid attention if this weren't called an honor killing, which is a horrible term, but we have no other terms for it. I don't care if this was a born and bred Canadian with the last name McDougall, someone killing 3 members of a family, killing off 4 female members of their family because they're women. We would have paid attention regardless of the culture. But I think this does send a message, along with some of the changes that we've been making to our immigration system, to let people know you're welcome here, but this is not how we live in Canada, and this is not how we'll be accepted. And I think that most people that are coming to Canada, even from countries like Afghanistan, realize this, and they want to come here. But if you want to live in those ways that we do not accept here, that are backwards, that are despicable, please don't come to Canada. Those that want to come to Canada, that want our way of life, which is probably the majority, they will be feeling a sense of relief from this as well.
I'm just going to ask you quickly, Brian, we've seen that our judicial system has done an incredible job. It works. It's beautiful. Everybody is satisfied with what we've seen today. Is it up to Parliament now? Is it up to the government to make sure that we can implement some new rules, some new regulations, some new something to make sure that something like this doesn't happen again in our country?
I don't think that you could come up with rules that would make sure that this didn't happen again. And that's, you know, this is the type of thing that politicians like to say, let's pass legislation to make sure that such and such doesn't happen again. The only way that you can do that is to continually say that this is unacceptable. I mean, we have laws against murder already in Canada. Murders happen each and every day. But we can denounce this and make it socially unacceptable so that those who still hold those views and do decide to come to Canada, that perhaps they realize, okay, this won't be tolerated here. Maybe it was tolerated where I came from, but it won't be tolerated here, and therefore I cannot do it. That's all we can do. Changing the law, we already have laws against murder on the books, and I'd be interested in the debate, and I think we will be having that debate in this next Parliament. I've already heard arguments good and bad, so let's move forward with the debate, but not rush to add on additional rules that we may not need.
Brian Lilley, thank you very much for your input, and thank you for taking the time to join us today.
Thank you.